Hello, hello, hello. Wait. That ain't working. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. I don't know if you heard me my first two attempts, but here I am. Welcome, one and all. Hello, Connie Balmer. Stop trolls not wanted here. You got that right. Go do your trolling someplace else. Um, let me see here. Okay. Let me say hi to a couple of people. Okay. So, hello, Sylvia Fielder. Did I get that right? Yeah, Fielder. Darnell Rollin, Mo Shannon. Oh, hi, Marsha Williams. Hi. Sonia Johnson, Sawboss TV. Gwendolyn Daniels. Hi. Francilia Mosley. Francilia, why you starting? Why you starting? He's just a kid who has a mother that happens to be the premier. Um, what did I call her? Dr. Joyce Jazz Hands. Um, for you that may not be as old as some of us, Dr. Joyce Brothers, which is where I have picked up that name, Dr. Joyce Jazz Hands, was this expert that was on television, always telling everybody what to do and how to act and what's going on. And she was the darling. I think she was on some game shows and such, right? Well, anyway, Dr. Joyce Brothers, um, she kind of was the Dr. Phil of her day. Not to offend Dr. Joyce Brothers, because Dr. Phil is kind of in my opinion, a bit of a slick hustler, but there you have it. Um, but yes, Dr. Joyce Jazz Hands, she came up with those 5 questions. It took her 10 years for 5 questions about a child's early development. And yet there we saw her. Oh man, I'm gonna stop before I start. Now, let's say hi to a few more people first. Hello, Sherry Ware, Sheila Watson, and Berta Sanchez, Susie Q, Miss Levy Hemmings, Lucy Wynn, hello, Letitia Malone, Francilia Mosley, did I say that already? Actually, I'm scrolling all the way back in the other direction. Okay, mm-mm-mm. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Nazuri Malkia? Yes, I think I get that. Yeah, hello and happy afternoon to you too. And Miss let me see. Kenneth Doug is here. Janice Goodrich. Okay. All right, let me stop because you know what? I don't know where I started or stopped because I'm just scrolling with reckless abandon. Okay, so let me just go to the last here. Okay, Marianne Moore says Louis sure showed out. He needs to learn respect and know what discipline means. Bones and Louis made sure to take the focus off Lizzie. Yeah, well, to be fair, Lizzie wasn't there for obvious reasons. But it was quite a display, and I don't, in my twisted mind, my suspicious mind, I want to believe that they were trying to have a they were trying to redo that balcony scene where he's screaming and got his mouth wide open and his ears covering his mouth and everything. I think they were trying to um capitalize on that moment that seemed to bring so much attention to the youth and vigor side of the royal family. But um, the way that the tabloids are spinning it, I don't see how they lose. I mean, to the trained eye, we know that there was something going on there. But for people who want to believe that Dr. Joyce Jazz Hands has this incredible mind that is one of the most makes her one of the most critical thinkers of our age, then obviously they see what they want to see. They don't see what's actually going on. But I think the entire family needs to be in some type of therapy. There should be an intervention. The royal model is not working. But anyway, let's get to something that is near and dear to my heart. I'm waiting to see if anybody has something that they want to say. Yes, happy Monday to you too, Sandra G. Anybody? Is there anything anybody wants to say? Huh? I'm scrolling to see if somebody wants to say anything about what happened overnight. Huh? Yeah, we know that. We know that. Thank you anyway. Anybody? Come on now, y'all. We come on, I'll give you a hint. We talked about it. Oh yes, Elaine Parker. I think you're the first one that figured it out. Yes, Elaine Parker. Thank you so much. Yes, Royal Sussex has 15,000 subscribers. Yes, 15,000 subscribers. I was up way too late watching the number. And then just as I had gotten so tired, I said, you know what? If I'm going to be on time at 12 o'clock, I needs to get to sleep. And I said, let me take one more look. And what did I see? 15,000 subscribers. Ah, 15,000. Yes. Yes. 15,000. Thank you, one and all. Well, this is a group effort. Without the help of the squaddies and of course, let's give all of our praise to the moderators, because without a safe space, what do you have? What do you have without a safe space? So, um, much love and appreciation to the moderators, because having a safe space, I mean, you just really cannot um, overestimate how important that is, because otherwise people would get discouraged and just go someplace else, because it's bad enough that we are constantly attacked and ridiculed and such in other spaces. But because of the help of, and by the way, Rising Phoenix, I don't think she's as into the YouTube right now. So she's not a moderator, but she was here early on. And the first moderator was actually Mo Shannon. And see, to show you what this means to us, Mo Shannon had actually took a big step away from all media for her own health and well-being. And sometimes it's true, we have to do that. So but as things improved for the Sussexes, she came back. So she was actually the first moderator. And then, of course, Church Nellie, Lydia, Anastasia, Sherry Ware, Anna, and Cookies and Creams. Yeah. And so um, and let I got to tell you a story about Anna Espinoza becoming a moderator. It was because I had somehow, I think I had blocked her or something. And although I thought it was a good idea to have another moderator anyhow, um, the thing is, I wasn't sure how I could bring her back. So I'm like, well, if she's a moderator, then she has to be able to access the comments. So anyway, it was a good call. with or without being that time I put that star in her name and I didn't know what happened to her. It was like she disappeared for about a week, but she had some things going on, and so it wasn't because of something I did. But anyway, I'm glad she's here, and yeah, so that's how that happened. Okay, so Beth Lewis says, Baron, who is this body language guy? Oh, I roasted his behind yesterday. I'm sick of um let me see, Mexicans and Puerto Ricans hating on black people. Oh, now see, Beth Lewis, we can't reduce it to that because you know what? All skin folks ain't kin folks. But I understand your frustration, but we don't even know what that guy's ethnicity is. And that's not even relevant. But the thing is, he is annoying, and don't let that annoyance take you to a dark place. Yes, I know it's frustrating, but um, the there's money to be made in the hate channels for the Sussexes that we all know, but we should never make our feelings personal when it comes to, I guess, dressing down someone, unless it's, I don't know, William or something like that. But we we should never make it personal. So yeah, that's not a good way to look at this. It's not based on ethnicity, it's just greed, which is something we're all capable of. So just keep that in mind. It's never personal. Most things are not personal, but people can be greedy and selfish, whatever their socioeconomic level, age, background, whatever. So yeah, we have to keep that in mind because to try to restrict things to one group is never helpful. Let me see. Okay. Meg, she stole the wallet, money, credit cards. I'm sick of people acting like a fool. I believe that they paid somebody to boo them. Well, they said that there's what is that? Recollections may vary. So there's this idea that the bus came in and blocked, and then certain people in certain places heard something, but they said it was because of Boris Johnson. And then, of course, the Rangers are capable of remixing the video to move the audio track from one video to the next. One thing I've learned about editing, I've learned how to separate the video and the audio, and you can insert whatever you want into it. So, um, that they're capable of doing stuff like that. But watching the live feed from the pool cameras that were there, I didn't see any booing. It wasn't until later, hours later, that they began to spin the booing thing. Let me see. Helen Chern says, "Hello, Baron. Congratulations, Mr. Baron. I think they love all the common sense thoughts and viewpoints the squatties see and express on the chat. Evil is real. Yeah, evil is just like oxygen. You really cannot um, do away with it, but what you can do is live your best life and try to replace evil with good, which is, the way I think everybody should live. But some people use evil to benefit their own needs, and it's just a part of so-called civilized society. Hello, Berta Sanchez. Sorry, Mr. Barron. I've been dressing down people all week. They are messing with my spirit that I cannot stand. I almost lost my religion. I, you know, as a response to that, that's how this channel started, was because I felt this very low feeling from all the toxic waste that was being thrown at the Sussexes, other people's poison leaching out of their pores and out of their twisted minds, and using the Sussexes as some type of chew toy or something. And I just couldn't stand it. I could not stand it. Um, I think I speak for most African Americans or people of African descent anywhere in the world, um, I have relatives that looks like Meghan. I have relatives that look like Doria. And so when I see them being attacked, I feel like my own family is under attack. They look like the people that I'm related to and people that I've grown up with. I mean, for a lot of us, we look at Doria's face and we see if we're not seeing our grandmothers or our mother or whatever, especially with the dreads and everything. I mean, that's part of my family. That's what I feel. And so, and then of course, that need I feel to protect Harry. Ever since that day, I saw him walking behind his mother's coffin. Ever since I saw that note that said "Mummy" on it, on top of her coffin, um, that that feeling I had in that moment is something that I never forgot. And so when I see someone going after Harry, I feel like, if only because of Diana, and only because now he's for other reasons, because he's just a great person. I feel that need to protect, and I just never felt that connection to the brother. I never felt that connection. I watched bits and pieces of the wedding, but I didn't sit and watch it all the way through. I didn't wake up early to watch it, but you know what? I was there when he got married, and I woke up early in the morning when Diana got married. So there's that connection. So that's why this channel is here, is because of some of those feelings that I had when I just want to, be in my spirit and look at the Sussexes out, being loved and loving people. And then all of a sudden, what is this about avocado? What? What? It was all these things. And I was just like, can we just enjoy this moment? Nope, it wasn't meant to be. Um, you cannot enjoy this moment. We're going to take them down. It shocked me too that Harry, being a prince of the blood, did not matter. Just to show you what vipers they are, the fact that Harry, a royal prince, it did not matter. In spite of everything he went through because of his birth, because of the way his mother was hounded and eventually killed, they didn't care. That's what gets me. I just cannot believe, even to this day, I still try to, it's like I'm looking in the face of a sociopath when I look at the tabloids. I cannot believe that people, some of them with some really good educations, are trying to kill this guy, trying to kill his wife. They want to hound and harass them to death so that they can write about that and make even more money. I'm still shocked by that. That just takes my breath away. It always has and it always will. I've never been able to get past that. And so because of those feelings, one day I sat down and said, okay, I want to be able to do something. And, like everybody else, I was watching Elliot and I'm like, is it Elliot or what is his, whatever his name is, hello. I watched that and I'm like, God, I could do that. Um, I just said I could do that. And so I'm like, okay. And then of course, watching Tina and Michelle, and I'm just like, okay, so they need more voices. I have a voice, and then that's where it started. And some 15,000 subscribers later, now the first year, I didn't do anything with the channel. I made 5 pathetic videos and walked away because I could not wrap my brain around anything. We had the pandemic, we had a maniac in the White House, and I just couldn't focus. And so a year and maybe a month later, I said, okay, every day I'm going to make a video no matter what, every day. And as you know, over 500 and what is it, 30, 40 videos later, I'm still here. So that's how the channel started. It started because of that ache and despair, because all I wanted to do was just let the Sussexes Sussex and enjoy the moment. And they took that away. They took that away, and I was hurt and I was furious by that. So that's in case you haven't heard my feelings about it, that's how Royal Sussex started. And at first, the channel was called try not to nod off, it's kind of a long name. Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Success. Seriously, that was the name of the channel. Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Success. Um, Try to put that on a business card, right? Uh, you'd have to print two business cards to fit that on there. And so, oh, look at there, 1,103 people. Huh, ain't that something? My birthday, 11/3. That must be good luck. All right. So, um, as I say, um, I said, okay, the name needs to be shortened. So, Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Success, I need a different name. And then I started playing around and this and that and Sussex, Sussex. I was like, okay, Royal Sussex? Okay. And that's how that name started. But yeah, before there was a very long name, longer than my body, longer than a football field, and I had to shorten it. So that's a little background. I'm going to take a look at a few of your comments. They're coming in so fast. I really hate I'm going to miss so many of them. Mabel Jones says, Baron, you are right. I couldn't believe how they treated them. Why were they invited to try and humiliate them? So hurtful to me. God will make your enemies your footstools. Oh, I love that, Mabel. God will make your enemies your footstools. Miss Yanni Travel says, I love listening to you, Baron. It's like listening to the radio. I'm old, laugh out loud, but I'm listening while working. You make me laugh, and everyone in the squad provides a safe space. Well, Miss Yanni, thank you so much. I'm so. Do you know one of the most flattering things for me is to know that somebody is, I don't know, snapping peas and listening to Royal Sussex. Someone is sipping coffee and listening to Royal Sussex. That is like the biggest thrill I get. Just to know that I'm keeping somebody company, um, it makes me feel good. It really does. Okay. Marilyn Matthews says, if there were any doubt, Harry's family made it crystal clear he's shunned by them, and neither him nor his children will be welcomed by them. Move on, Harry, from those losers. Yeah. Well, Marilyn Matthews, as you know, that is his grandmother, and he needed to be there for her. And sometimes we have to sacrifice our own feelings. We have to sacrifice our own well being on occasion. I mean, it's not a lifestyle, but on occasion, we make those sacrifices for our families. And I love to believe that I'm that strong person who is going to live my truth and my best life, and I'm not going to attract anything negative to me. And I would love to believe I'm that person, but I'm not. I'm someone who loves my family, who loves my friends that have become my family, and it is sometimes it's not easy, but because of that love, because they're familiar, I feel a need to be with them. Now, I will take care of myself, but sometimes you have to make those sacrifices. You have to wake up in the middle of the night and go and pick up someone who is stranded somewhere, and get mad about it tomorrow. But sometimes we have to do that. So, and we shouldn't feel ashamed or embarrassed or anything. It's necessary, and we just hope that when the time comes, they would do the same for us. So, he did what he had to do, and I trust Harry to keep his family safe. And I don't believe that if there was any chance that they were at risk or in harm's way, but Harry is showing that he has feelings. And yes, some points the feelings were all over his face, but I mean, my God, he didn't look as bad as his brother. And that's the one who supposedly is holding all the cards. Okay, so okay, wow, good grief. Everything's coming so fast. Hello, Lenny Hyatt. Thank you for being here. I pray continued blessings on the Sussexes. Yes, thank you so much for that. And I'm sure that you speak for all of us. Let me see. Iris Demonia, congratulations, Mr. Meghan Markle. Well, yes, according to Dan Wooten, I am the notorious Eminem. I am Rachel Meghan Markle, and I'm proud of it. Okay. Oh, yes, yes, the link for the subscription membership. I didn't know that there was a problem getting to that, or I would have done that before, but apparently, and you know what? From now on, in the comment section, I hope I remember to do this, but where it has all the other information like Cash App and everything. Well, I'm going to include it in that section, and I just learned how to pin that to the top of the chat, so I will include it there as well. But thank you for the reminder, Lydia, and I'm going to look for that right now so that we will have that ready. Okay, your channel, and okay, let me find that, and I will do that directly. Huh. Hmm. Come on, baby boomer, you can do this. All right, there we go. I got this. As Tracy Morgan would say, I got this. I got this. Oh, man. Yeah, that's Tracy Morgan. I got this. Copy link. All right, I copied the link. I'm putting it over here, right here. And I'm going to do that. And then I need to pin it. Come on now. All right. So that is the link to the memberships. Thank you so much, Lydia. You are a treasure. Uh Let me see if I can do that better than what I just did there. Come on, one more time. I'm doing a good old copy and paste. Copy. Go over here. Uh-huh. Paste. Oh, that looks better, I think. That looks better. So, and pin to messages. There you go. So it says Royal Sussex membership. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, man, I worked that out. Yes, Jesus can work it out. Jesus can work it out. All right. And I see. What else do we have? Oh, by the way, Iris Demonia, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you so much for being a member and watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Man, the comments are coming fast. I hate to do that thing where you slow them down, but I guess at some point I'm going to have to do that, huh? Audrey Teshnan, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Monday to you. All right, so let's get down to some business. Getting down to the nitty gritty. Again, thank you so much for the 15,000 subscribers in the wee hours of this morning. It was very exciting. I stayed up waiting I try to catch it when it's like 000 at the end, but I just missed it by a point. Okay. And next slide. Oh, how about a break beat? How about a break beat? So the Sussexes, I hope y'all like that. The Sussexes have returned to Montecito. And what I love about that is that, as we all know, there are no leaks in Montecito. So they're back in Montecito. They hopped on board Sussex Force One. And if you guys are wondering why you never heard of Sussex Force One, well, it's just like Air Force One. Wherever the Sussexes are, whatever plane they're on, that is Sussex Force One. Just like for the president, whatever plane he or she flies upon is Air Force One. So, Sussex Force One, I should put that on Twitter and see if it starts trending. so that so that the haters could have a meltdown when they start saying that the Sussexes have purchased a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, 787-9 or whatever that one is, Dreamliner. Oh my goodness. Oh, Church Nelly says, Barry, my hubby, is having a fit over Louis' tantrum. He wanted to get the strap on him. Never let a child put his hands on a parent, he says. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's like that funny feeling in your stomach, and all of a sudden you have, let's say, responded, or is it responding kind? a little a little retribution, I suppose, or whatever. Let me see. Legs, I still can't believe how quickly they tried to change the narrative. As soon as they were cheered going into the cathedral, someone had to splice Bojo's booing for Harry and Meghan leaving. Yes, and that's exactly what happened. It's not difficult to do. Someone with the most remedial skills in editing can do that. So let's see here. Chantel Dixon says, why the tabloids talking about Meghan Markle? Mike, I don't think the tabloids picked that up. I don't think it has. I don't think it have a mic. Um, they are being disrespectful to her. If you know what I mean, YouTube should censor them. Have the tabloids picked up the whole idea of the mic? I have not heard that, but that's pretty tacky if they have. Um, okay, so anyway, that is HRH, Duke and Duchess of Success of Sussex. Um, uh, gosh, okay, let me try that again. That is His and Her Royal Highness Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Sussex Force One, to take them back to their private airstrip in their private town of Montecito, which is Spanish for Harry and Meghan's place. Let me stop before some deranger before some deranger think that that's the truth, and next thing you know they'll be tweeting about it. Okay, so but y'all know I love to mess with the derangers. Okay, okay. One more, Annie. Alrighty then. Harry and Meghan are no longer stars. Royal experts say Sussex has left Jubilee early after monarchy um, moved on without them and should learn their lesson after Fabulous 4 Days showed how wrong they were to do the Oprah interview. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex arrived back in Santa Barbara, California on Sunday after departing the UK. It's believed the couple left an hour before the Jubilee pageant began on Sunday and missed the Queen's appearance on the balcony at Buckingham Palace. Harry and Meghan attended the Thanksgiving service but were absent from most key Jubilee moments. Their children, Lilibet and Archie, were not seen, but baby equipment could be seen being offloaded from the private jet when they arrived back in America. Okay, so let me tell you about this. If you're wondering how they know where a person is, there was someone who started a Twitter page or something like that where they would track the whereabouts of Elon Musk. Elon Musk offered him a Tesla, or someone who likes Elon Musk, who, a friend of his or supporter, offered this guy a Tesla if he would stop tracking the whereabouts of Elon Musk. It's not difficult to do. When the Sussexes left Canada and went to LA, the way they were able to track them was because the flight logs are a matter of public record. And so it's not hard to deduct where a person may have gone and who may actually be on the plane based on when word of someone's appearance and such, especially a VIP. So that's how they do these things. And so tracking that and maybe even having someone on on pay at the airport or whatever is another way they do these things. Well, the truth is the Sussexes are not hiding from anyone. They are not living as hermits. They are not in a gilded cage. They're living their life quite public in Santa Barbara. But the thing is, they have received some support and protection from the people of Santa Barbara, mostly people who are supportive and people who themselves uh, are very guarded with their privacy. So the way that they track people down when they fly is not difficult to figure out. Had they gone commercial, there would have been a better chance that they wouldn't have had a clue where they were. Even though there's only so many flights from so many airlines each day coming out of one city and going to another, especially a long flight like that. So that's no big deal. That's not very difficult to do. I don't like it. I think it's an invasion of their privacy or whatever. I'm not going to share the photos here from the airport and all that kind of stuff, but there were some photos that are pretty tacky and tasteless and don't really show anything and just very unnecessary. And let me pick this apart too, that they are no longer stars. Well, you wouldn't know that by the reaction that they got at the Jubilee. Um, as some people have been saying, Meghan turned the aisle of that church into a runway. And I even heard someone, I even heard, or did I see that in writing somewhere, where someone was furious at the fact that the Duchess of Sussex seemed to switch her hips coming down the aisle. Well, she's a woman who's just had children. And even before that, me being the Duchess of Sussex myself, I'm notorious for my pencil skirts and my tight tops, my stilettos, and my hips. I'm notorious for that. So, what else could I do? I'm the Duchess of Sussex. I'm Rachel Meghan Markle. And that's just the way I walk. Don't hate. Just because bed knobs and broomsticks don't seem to resemble, the typical man or woman, they seem more like a caricature. Don't take it out on me. I mean, bless them, they doing the best they can, but that's just the way she walks. Um, Let me see, what's the old word they use for that? Stacked. I mean, since she's had children, she's seemed to have amplified the gifts that she already had. But it's not like she was trying. I mean, she was wearing couture for God's sakes. She just walked in the church and she just happened to look amazing. She owned the place, as evident by the fact that all those heads pivot around. So they're just furious because that other one spent all that money wearing that Big Bird dress. She spent all that money doing a cosplay of Big Bird, and nobody looked and nobody cared. Oh, here she comes with the Wickstead dress on. Oh, that's typical, a Wickstead coat dress. I mean, Megan can't help that she's that girl. She's all that. And it's not like she's going out of her way to do anything to cause people to, lose their cookies. But that is a choice that they make because as much as they love to criticize her, they are fascinated. They are attracted to her. Men are attracted to her. Women are attracted to her. She's been that person her whole life. She has a light. She has that light, and people are drawn into it. And every place she's ever been, she's always been the star. It's just that star quality. And she never like used it for the the big Hollywood movies and stuff like that. She was very deliberate with her career because philanthropy and goodwill and charity has always been more important to her than that career stuff. Trust and believe it's always been more important. So that was I did not include the part where she walked down the aisle, but um that was the moment, and for someone who had literally only been seen from a window and from this trip to the church, I mean, she owned it. She absolutely owned it. So yeah, that was a video that I had shared. I don't know if I've shown it on here or not on the live, but that was a video I shared. So let me go here and then I'll look at some of your comments. Thank you, Harry and Meghan, for your courage, your elegance, your independence, your leadership. I am so proud. When I saw that, I was so touched. I was so touched when I saw that. And that just, I was beaming with pride. I was so beaming with pride when I read that this morning. And because I think that is it Agatha? What I can't pronounce it. Is it Agatha? Anyway, She said what everybody else was thinking. As you can see, she also did a little name change uh, for the moment that we're in right now. But that's cool too. Um, but anyway, yeah, I think she speaks for everyone. All right. Let me see. Zara was wearing her own coat dress, but looked at the difference between Madam Duchess and Zara. Wow, Duchess Meghan slayed it hands down. Yes, it was, and if she had gone in there wearing anything too loud and too, and I know some people get frustrated because they want Meghan to come in there wearing something very complicated and chic and but she's a princess of the realm. And even though they have moved on away from that family, to Harry, his birthright is still important to him. If it wasn't important to him, then he would have relinquished everything. But it's his birthright, and it offers some form of protection. Now, when I say that, sometimes people get a little like angry. They could pay for their own, but I'm not talking about physical protection. His birthright is kind of like when you lose a loved one, and when you're sitting there thinking, okay, that's it, so and so, so and so, and next thing you know, here comes some money from out of nowhere that you didn't know you had coming. Here comes some benefit from somewhere you didn't know you had coming. Okay, so we don't know what's in Philip's will. We don't know what's in the Queen's will. We don't know if forfeiting that stuff would exclude them from something that could be beneficial. I don't even care to speculate about it. I'm just saying, if it's important to them, they do everything very strategically, and there's a reason for everything that they do. So don't make assumptions. Trust Harry. Trust Meghan. They're working as a team and they know what's best for their family. They have done an amazing job so far. Don't lose the faith. Tash Max says, "Oh, Mary H. Bleak. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't think that's for me, but okay, I'm gonna leave that alone." All right, Harry and Meghan. Lottie G says Harry and Meghan did what they want to do. They went to visit Elizabeth with their children, and after that, they left. Good job, right? And let me tell you something else too. I hate to make this moment personal, but I've introduced relatives to people that I may have had a falling out with, and I didn't say anything about that. I may have introduced a friend to someone else that I've had a falling out with, and I didn't say anything about that. We've made up and moved on, so that stuff belongs in the past. And if his grandmother, let's say she sat there and wept and begged for an apology for not being more supportive, we will never know the difference unless he writes about it or something of that effect. We won't know. We won't know. So I'm gonna always defer to trusting those two people on the screen. No matter what I may personally feel anxiety about, I have to trust their judgment because that's his family, that's her family, not ours. Okay. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for being here at Royal Sussex. And what else? And thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a member. Happy Monday to you. Okay, so there's 1,559 people. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, etc., etc. Okay, Denise Taylor says Meghan can not do right no matter what she says. Do, where, don't do, don't say it don't matter. The haters are gonna hate. Her elegance is too much for them. Nothing like her since Diana. I have to agree because Diana was very shy and yet so charismatic all at the same time. And I don't know what it was about Diana that made people gravitate to her, but she just had it. She just had it. And I was just saying to someone, isn't it amazing that every place that Meghan has gone, everyone that she has touched over the years, she was this wonderful person that seemed to have a certain quality, very different, and in some cases very above everyone else in the room, and not in a posh, snooty kind of way, but just she always seemed to be that positive light. She always seemed to be that extra thoughtful. And in spite of that, by marrying into the Windsor household, suddenly she was this raging monster, turning over tables and throwing drinks in people's face like a reality show, plotting and scheming and, oh, all these things that she turned into because they did not like that star quality. They didn't like the fact that she worked hard and made it look easy. And even worse, it would mean they would have to get up off their behinds and work. They just couldn't take it. That was just so upsetting to them. Okay, now I'm still angry about this. To see her smiling through the open window of a car, making sure she's seen without any contrition whatsoever, just shows what a brazen hussy she is. Royal biographer Tom Bauer isn't impressed with Meghan's appearance in the Jubilee celebration. So someone corrected me. They said, "Oh no, that wasn't Piers Morgan that said that. That was Tom Bauer." Well, Piers Morgan tweeted it. He did tweet it. So as far as I'm concerned, he said it too. That was him using that moment to say it. So as far as I'm concerned, they both said it, and I didn't like it. And so, as the squatties are very good with receipts, as you can see, Lark, brazen hussy, attention seeking Betty rolled down her window and smiled, desperate to be seen like D list actress. What a brazen hussy. What a brazen hussy. See how that works out? And so when people say, when people say to me, all these comparisons and and all these pitting one against the other and making comparisons, I'm not the British tabloids. I don't have people following me like that. But born out of my frustration, as well as the rest of the squatties, we are bringing receipts. We're bringing receipts. Thank you, Lydia. But we're bringing receipts. That's what we've been doing. We don't hate anybody. There's no hate here. There's no hate here. But we're calling them out. We're calling them out. What are we supposed to do? Keep looking the other way and pretend that it's not happening? That's what was going on when they were living in that shack, in that rundown servant's cottage. We that was like the worst 5 months. That was the worst 5 months when they were being viciously attacked on a daily basis, and yet the Duchess of Sussex was virtually invisible. But that did nothing. And at a time when a woman is most vulnerable, a pregnancy, they were literally trying to kill her. That's not okay. So yeah, and then everybody's like, "Oh, we shouldn't this, we shouldn't that." I mean, you guys see the comments in the comment section. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. That's all I can say. Oh, look at that hussy, that brazen hussy in the back of the car doing the tour of the United States in 20, what was it, 2011, 2012? Look at her peering out the window to make sure she can be seen. Um, that, of course, is Jazz Hands wearing a Stetson as usual, cosplaying, making sure she should be seen. Again, the squad remembers the squad is going to bring receipts. I don't see anything wrong with that. When the tabloids want to make a case, do they not go back and tell you how much the Sussexes paid for their house, how many bathrooms they have? They mentioned the Netflix deal. They mentioned the Spotify deal. Every article for what, a year, 2 years, every article, there was a reminder about Netflix. And we're not supposed to say anything. I'm not supposed to say, look at that hussy in the back of that Lincoln Town car, making sure that people see her. I don't think so. No, we have to point it out. We have to point it out. Tired of looking the other way. So we're not asking the Sussexes to do that. We'll do it for them. Don't get your hands dirty. We'll do that. Thank goodness for Twitter. I mean, I have my feelings about Twitter, but thank goodness for Twitter. Because at least we can make some stuff trend without the resources of a tabloid newspaper. Now, if you want to talk about I forgot I did that. But if you want to talk about looking out of a car window to make sure you're seen, how about if we look inside the car window to make sure that we see them? Why don't we look in the window to make sure we can see? We don't have to wait for them to look out. We can look in. I told you that black and white photo always reminds me of a cat. So, oh, I ain't got nothing else to say about that. But yes, that was absolutely petty. But as I said, this thing here with that smiling through the window, I was affected by that. And I figured, well, let me take these feelings over to Twitter and see what they got to say. And that's what they had to say. And just to make sure that I closed out the case, I decided to give a little reference and a little context by adding these photos of the future Queen of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, the Commonwealth. I just wanted to make sure that, for the sake of context, that we, just remind people that happened. That was a typical night out for a typical posh. Um, um, now, see, when Anastasia Isabella has to go there, then you know you messed up. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you for saying it. Mystic Toxin says there once was a picture like the one on the right where you could see her. But I was excited for the. I have that photo. I have that photo. Someone shared that with me, and I have to say, I was shocked. I was shocked. It reminded me of that detective movie from back in what was it, the 80s or the 90s or whatever it was. Anyway, someone built a career on that shot. Uh, oh man. Well, uh, I think they should use that for the coronation picture. Anyway, let me let me move on. Let me move on. Now, all this business about the Duchess of Sussex having a microphone, as Christopher Bosey says, these people believe Bill Gates put tracking devices in the vaccine while also believing Netflix can afford the latest miniature mics and recording devices. So let me see if I understand this correctly. Meghan wore a mic to an event that was broadcast live across the globe, right? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. So Meghan adjusts her mic under her collar, And then, of course, here's like an old image of, someone with the whole duct tape and the desktop recording device from the 70s, and a little desktop mic and everything. Very complicated. That's what they would say back in the day. Oh, are you wearing a wire? Yeah, hey. So let me tell you something. Um, oh, okay, and there's this one. I won't even read that one, but yeah, that is now is it could not possibly be the inside button that some outfits like that would have. It couldn't possibly be an inside button. It has to be a microphone. Usually when you have something that is double breasted, there's usually some type of fastener on the inside as well on the outside. This one is all invisible. So I could imagine that that is some sort of a fastener. And of course, leave it to a deranger to claim that it is a microphone. Okay. Well, you know what? That's all a clever ruse. There was somebody wearing a microphone that day, and I'm about to expose her right now. Right now, I'm going to expose her. Betty was the one with the microphone. Yes, the queen wearing Netflix mic. Yes. Uh-huh. That is the queen. She was the one who had the microphone. Ha ha. And there's probably a camera in her walking stick, which is actually her pool cue. But so here on Royal Sussex, mark it down. Um, the 6th of June in the year of our Lord 2022, I have exposed Her Majesty the Queen for wearing a mic to the Jubilee. Lorna Williams says, Baron, why would you be shocked? This is a woman who went nude sunbathing on her honeymoon in the middle of France. I suspect it was done on purpose to test Williams' loyalty to her. Woo, I didn't think about that. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so I'm going to give you a close up view because I don't think you all believe me. So here you go. Uh-huh. Doesn't that look like a microphone to you? Uh-huh. There's the mic. That's the one who had a recording device. I think part of the Queen's financial portfolio, she may have some strong links and ties to Netflix. I mean, after all, the crown didn't make her look bad. As a matter of fact, she became a very sympathetic figure because of the crown. So I say, I submit to you, evidence A, Queen Elizabeth II, Betty, was wearing a mic. There you go. She is exposed, and I expect that there should be an investigation forthwith. What say you, John Newbolt? And the photographer had a long distance lens that stretched at least a mile to get those pictures of Meghan in the window. Oh, but she is irrelevant? Obviously, obviously. And any of the other photos that they had without the Sussexes really wasn't worth it. And we do remember the photos they had of the Cambridges. When looking at those Cambridge photos was like having somebody throw cold water down my back. I mean, it was just jarring, jarring. Okay, Kate planned and did everything to marry a prince while Meghan was building her life, but nay, they know it is Meghan. The people are delusional. Okay. Okay, let me see something here. I want to find, let me see, which slide did I want? Is it this one? Okay, yeah. Yeah, look at the distance. Look at the distance to the windows with the red bunting. Whoever had the camera was obviously at eye level from quite a distance away. that they were able to get those photos. And thank you for reminding us about that. But quite a distance away to get those photos, but yet they were successful and able to do it. So there you have it. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I submit evidence A. The Queen was wearing a microphone in her hat. I mean, what sense does that thing make? Is it a berry? Is it some? What is that? It doesn't even go with the outfit, and that's what it is that she's hiding in plain sight. I knew you couldn't trust her. I didn't. I never did trust her. You cannot. The, the queen cannot be trusted. The queen cannot be trusted. So there you have it. As a matter of fact, I think she's tapping into my I think she's tapping into my live stream right now. So that's like I say, you can't trust her. I mean, take a look there. She's out spying, pretending to be a monarch when the truth is that's MI6. Okay. Oh man. So there you have it. That is the Cambridge family, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. And look at how sad that is. They're making the kids stand in order according to protocol, if that is a protocol. But anytime the kids are grouped together, notice that they have to stand in order of appearance on the world stage or according to their birth, the order of birth, which is, really sad because as we know, George really likes to be with his mommy. And I think Charlotte is a little more independent, perhaps. And then the little boy, based on his behavior, he really needs to stick close to his dad. Although I'm not sure that he would learn much from him, but he really needs to stick close to his dad. Kids kind of have their preferences. Yes, they love both their parents, but they tend to gravitate more toward one or the other. And I think that this lineup is out of order, but because of their duty, they're not allowed to just make up their own minds. And they probably would rather just be with the nannies. Okay. C-Max says, I'm curious how much Chuck actually helped arrange this. I'm sure he's scrambling to at least look like they are on speaking terms because Spuds and Duds lost half the Commonwealth. Oh man, but you know what? Take a good look at William. That man is in trouble. He is in trouble. I don't know why people are not the tabloids need to talk about that. Not for my sake, not for your sake, but he is in trouble. He is in trouble. The father did nothing barren. Prince William was an abusive son. Video of him hitting Prince Charles in the head is I saw that. And then there's one where he kind of walks up to Diana and kind of shoves his fist into her legs or thigh or whatever. Very disrespectful. And Diana realizing, I think, I can't say what she's thinking, but I think Diana had just pretty much realized that she would have no agency with William and just reached over and grabbed Harry, who she knew would need that extra support based on the way the royal family deals with the heir and the spare. But yeah, he walked up to Diana and just shoved her with his fist. Not once, but twice. In front of the camera, in front of everyone in the room. And he didn't care. That is a very disturbed man that you're looking at right there. Very disturbed. And from what I hear, that people in the establishment, they know that he's not up to the job. They know he's not up to it. He is literally falling apart. That's been his go-to. That's his set point throughout the entire Jubilee. barely cracking a smile. That has been his set point at the ceremony, and occasionally forcing a grin at the concert. I'm sure I couldn't find one, but that's his set point. This man is falling apart and nobody's saying anything. That's what gets me, is that you would think, so that the tabloids will safeguard the aristocracy, which they love so much, that they would have an intervention, but they won't do it because they're so invested in all of those late night alleged phone calls, where the calls were coming from inside the house. I think they're so invested in trying to make him look good that they just won't talk about it. But I looked at him on camera. These were not still photos. This man is losing it. He's falling apart. And they want to blame Harry, who probably hasn't been any closer than probably I think this is probably how close Harry has been to him. I mean, I don't know that to be true, but I can imagine this is much closeness as there may have been throughout the whole Jubilee for the two princes. He's losing it. He's losing it. And instead of focusing on the Sussexes, they need to do an intervention on this man. He cried because he got booed. He literally cried because he got booed. There's something wrong with him. I'm not even going to say nothing else about it, but y'all know I'm right. There's something wrong with him. Anybody who goes out the house cosplaying a bottle of deodorant can't be right. When your greatest aspiration is to pretend like you're a bottle of antiperspirant deodorant, something ain't right. I mean, what does he have to do? Put his underwear on the outside of his pants before somebody realizes there's a cry for help? He's sick. Do you hear me? Sick! He's sick. He's sick, I tell you. Sick! There's something wrong with him. I thought this was a nut, but no, it's him. There's something wrong with him. That whole family is dysfunctional. Thank God Harry left. Anyway, I don't want to put too sharp a point on it, but he's sick. Sick! Sick! I know that's right, Marsha, where he's not sick. That's karma. Oh, and you know what? Look at how the kids' eyes are able to find those cameras. It's almost as though they know that this is the future. I don't want to say what the kids are thinking, but yeah, it is very much flowers in the attic. I'm so surprised that there is not an uproar about these images. How is it? How is it people don't see this? I just don't know. How is it people can't see this for what it is? But there's something wrong. I mean, what does it take? If things keep going this way, then little George is going to end up having a regent. He's going to end up with a regent because I don't know if his father's going to make it. I don't know if he's going to make it. That is one very disturbed individual. And what he's going through is having an effect on the entire family, mean girl and all. I can't get these images out of my mind. As much as I love seeing the Sussexes Sussex, I cannot get those haunting flower in the attic look out of my mind. It reminds me of the Adams family or something. I cannot get these faces out of my mind, which is amazing because you wouldn't think I would be as sympathetic toward at least him. Um, but of course, the children um, they don't have a say about any of this stuff. But that is haunting. That image is haunting. That's all I can say about that. Haunting, haunting. This was a very bad display this weekend, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. Instead, they would rather go after Harry and Meghan when the trouble is right in front of our eyes. It's playing right out on the world stage. You got some little boy sucker punching his mama. Okay, I need to move. I need to move on. But oh, that's sad, 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 sad. Okay. Speaking of which, we're not going to move too far. Kate Middleton, best parenting techniques. Why Cambridge children are so well behaved. Well, let's see about that. Are they well behaved? Let's see about it. Let me see. Where is my example of great behavior? Oh, there it is right there. Could that be it? Yes. Okay, let's take a look at that great behavior. Okay, so that was my bit of shady. It's so much more interesting with the sound effects, don't you agree? Yes, that's right. Early childhood development failed her this weekend, obviously, because those 5 questions, if she would have just answered those 5 questions, she could have avoided the embarrassment. Kanitha Ash says, Baron, people can see something is wrong, but they don't want to upset the royal family. That's why they are quiet. I am sure that they are being criticized and quiet. Well, even one of the American news agencies, we don't have the equivalent of the tabloids. Anything that we call a tabloid is something full of journalists and editors that were imported from over there. The Star, the Inquirer, all of that stuff comes from over there. We just didn't have anything like that. And there was an appetite among some people, with the old soap operas and such, that we should have that type of newspaper here. And I remember back in the 70s when the Star and the Inquirer were like such a big deal. And they would always, and that's the thing that, we can hate them as much as we want, but they always have the best photos. They always have the best, most intrusive photos. And sometimes we are not big fans of people, and we are just nosy and want to see, oh, that's so and so's house, that's their car, that's you know. I don't think that as people, as human beings, and in particular, let's say as Americans, I don't think we have that kind of appetite for that kind of news. But the average person, as a means of escape, doesn't mind looking at particular photos. And that's why I have often said there's photos that I don't share of the Sussexes, but I don't mind the idea that they're there because I want, when they went out to dinner that time, that was intrusive, but I wanted to see. I wanted to know they were happy. I had a chance to see the Duchess of Sussex laughing and out enjoying her life with what's her name and her bartender husband. I was glad for that. I'm not glad the photos were taken, but since they're there, I'm not going to lie and say, "Oh, I hated every second of it." No, I wanted to see, and that's what these tabloids have. That's how they have become so popular, is because they are really giving people what they want, and we don't necessarily want the negativity to go with it, but we are curious about people. We're curious about how people live, so um, let's not pretend otherwise. I mean, it's when I was in New York and I saw the Sussexes, and I took a photo of the vehicle they arrived in and all that. I took that for my own record, not to share with anybody. Now, identical photos did exist, and they were sold to magazines. They were sold to the Daily Mail. Okay, that's on them. But I'm not going to share the photos I took. Those are for me. That wasn't something I thought that would make them safe. Like, oh, that's the vehicle right there. I'm not interested in sharing that kind of stuff. But if I didn't know any better and I was just curious to see this or that, I'm not going to pretend like, oh, I'm just shocked and appalled. No, I kind of want to know that they're happy. That's it. I don't want their privacy. Like, I'm okay that there's no photos of the children. I would have liked to have seen them, just kaput, kaput, just crashed. I can't believe it. Was it something I said? You know what? Maybe I owe money to somebody, or something. I mean, I thought, well, you know what? It's raining. It's raining. And I don't know. I think if I make my contribution to Trenchtown, maybe this won't happen again.
Yes, Prince, Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
See what happens when you don't make your contribution to Trenchtown? If I would only made my generous contribution to Trenchtown, I have a feeling that none of this would have happened. None of it. Yes, I the literally I went over to the Wi-Fi box and lights were flashing, it turned red, everything. I can't believe that. It never happened before. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry about that. My Wi-Fi went out. As you know, that has never happened before. But yeah, it's raining out, so I can't help but think that maybe that has an effect on the Wi-Fi. But anyway, I'm back. Thank you, Susie Q. When you pray like this, the Royal Sussex turns into a tabernacle. Thank you so much. So yes, I was discussing the guilty pleasure of the tabloid photos and stuff that has made the Inquirer and the Star very popular in the US. So that is a perfect interpretation. Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Okay, so we were talking about this, and of course, oh, thank you so much. I will put that toward my Wi-Fi. I think that should bring good luck to me. That should help to bless my Wi-Fi. So that's what I'll do. I will add that to the Wi-Fi. Okay, so thank you so much, Jill S, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Monday to you. Yeah, I was over here about to crap all over myself. I was just like, what is going on? And Sister says, and Kate wants to tell other children in classrooms that something is wrong with their brains. She needs to focus on her own children and leave others alone. This behavior seems to be common. Yeah, that's what makes it so ironic. I tell you, the way that the Cambridges are having this, like, is it spade, however you say it, of bad luck, misfortune. It can't be an accident. Let me see. Stephen Black says Katie may be outside. Could you imagine the look she would have on her face while she's yanking at the cords to my Wi-Fi? These are my two favorites. You know that. These are my two favorites, and that's why I share them over and over again. Oh man. Yeah, I was trying to do something, and when I was I think I was trying to I was trying to do this. I was trying to remove the comment from the screen so you could see the full photo. So and when I tried to do that, nothing was happening. So that was my first clue that I had lost the Wi-Fi, and then suddenly it was very obvious to me. So thank you, Mo Shannon, for calling to see if I was okay and making sure that MI5, MI6, or something hadn't come after me. So thank you for that. Um, hey, were you guys on here that day? Someone asked me to make up a song for Trenchtown Man. Trenchtown Man wants his what did I say? It was something like Trenchtown man, sing his song. Why you mean? Why you mean? Ask that something money all day long. I forgot the song. I forgot the song. Oh, let's see. I prayed one day someone at the KP shares this podcast with the Sussexes. I will pay money to see that. Oh man, well, with Royal Sussex as a title, as a name for the channel, I can't help but think. And of course, let's not forget you know, TM Jr., his contribution along with that rootin' tootin' Dan Wooten. Let's not forget their contribution. I'm pretty sure by now that somehow, some way, they know of the existence of Royal Sussex and put the whammy on my Wi-Fi. But let's hope so. Oh yeah, this is the other thing I wanted to share. Look at that. This was this weekend. The weekend. And look at the people in the background. Look at their eyes. The people in the background, I wonder what's going through their minds. That's their future king looking down at his shoe. And that's Kate with her mouth agape, um, wondering where do I belong right now. It really sad. Really, really sad. And there's the Sussexes. As much as they tried to make us believe that Harry and Meghan were in despair, they tried to share the saddest photos of Harry and Meghan and them looking disappointed and forlorn. There they are, smiling at one another, so glad to be in one another's company. The two of them against the world, and I would put my money on the Sussexes any day of the week. Um, yeah, there you have it. It's nice copy to run those photos where Harry may have had that look on his face that he gets sometime, but it's not what's in his heart. What's in his heart is the fact that he's happily married. He never wanted that life anyway, and this idea that he feels like he's missing out on something, um, that's just a bunch of BS. Harry doesn't feel like he's missing out on anything. He said himself that being in the theater of war in Afghanistan, he felt better about himself and began to get that feeling whenever he had to return to England. That was his words, not exactly his words, but I'm paraphrasing. He said that he would get knots in his stomach, more or less, because of returning home. He felt better when he was away and in the theater of war rather than being at home with his family. But he loves his grandmother and he intends to share the heritage of the children with them at some point. And let's assume that Lily Diana was christened in the Church of England. I think, unlike the Cambridges, they do not want to create division between their own children. They don't want to have them, let's see, where is it? They don't want them to have to line up according to rank. I don't think that's going to happen. Like this situation here, everything according to rank. I don't think they want that for their children. They would rather their children be able to choose their own path. That's what I believe. And after all, I'm the Duchess of Sussex. I should know, Thomas Markle Jr. Okay. And oh, yeah. And then there's that one. Take a look at that. Radiant. Radiant. And Harry is happy that she's happy. That's the way it ought to be. He's happy. She's happy. Everybody's happy except for quite a few of those people sitting around them. All right. And let's move on. Lilibet's first birthday with the Queen. So it was reported that Lilibet spent her first birthday with the Queen. Everybody's hoping that there are some photos released. If and when they release photos, you know that is going to crash the internet. That is going to crash the internet. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering if that's what just happened a few minutes ago. Did they release the photos and I just don't know it? I don't know. But when that happens, trust me, if and when that happens, it is going to they're going to own the day. So, you know what? And I kind of hope they don't. I hope that they don't show the pictures of the kids. I'm just feeling very that way about it. The man behind them is thinking they should be the ones next in line. They should never treated them so badly. To me, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure it's a lot of people who are in that cult of personalities of the aristocracy who may have a lot of sympathy and goodwill toward the Sussexes, but if they show too much consideration toward them, then that's probably going to make trouble for them. And thank you so much, everyone that came back. I see there's like 1,246 people here. Thank you for that. The number had dropped all the way down, and for those who would have stayed, even if it was just 10 people, I really appreciate that. After all, today is a day when Royal Sussex crossed over the 15,000 subscriber mark, right? So that's happy news. I'm happy. Um, yeah, I'm taking a quick scan through the Twitter, wondering if there were any new photos, and no, I don't see any, and it's okay. Again, I would rather I would rather privacy for the children, and I don't want the tabloids to make anything off of them. I'd prefer that they don't. So it's cool, and I'm sure everybody's cool. Oh, there's a Nancy Reagan postage stamp. Is that what all that fuss was about? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yep. So I'm scanning. I don't see anything. So, oh, there's Louis trying to. Oh, 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 oh. Let me ask you all a question, please. I'm not even going to share the video because it creeps me out. But Mike Tendo, did you all see that video? Mike Tendo, thank you. Thank you. Where is that at? Thank you so much. Thank you, Sherry Davies. But did you all see that Mike Tendo video? There was just so much going on. Did you all see that? Please tell me yes or no. I'm not going to share it. But did you all see that? Did you all see Mike Tendo sitting behind the Cambridges? If you have seen that video, let me know. Who's in the hospital? Prayers for Elaine Parker's son-in-law. He's in the hospital. Yes, yes, we do pray. Oh, we do pray. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Church Nelly. Let me see. So it looks. Oh, you saw it, huh? Wait a minute. Did I get it right? Yeah. Okay? You saw it. Let me see. You didn't see it? Ooh. uh, uh, um. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing to it, but it just looked weird. Let me see. Well, if you scan through the Twitter, you can find it. But I'll put it to you like this. It seems like the Duchess of Cambridge wasn't the only. Yes, yes, I just thought biting and licking his face. Ugh, that was weird. Yes, what oh, I just saw the bite. I just saw the bite. That is so weird. Yeah. So at one point, she's trying to pine for his attention, and she kind of tries to bite. Looks like she tried to bite his nose. Then she licked his face, and then she bit his hand. What is going on with those kids? I don't. You know what? I haven't even downloaded the video. I haven't even downloaded the video. I don't want that. I didn't even download the video. I don't even want it. But you know what? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, but I won't do it today. But yeah, it's just bizarre. Just bizarre. I'm like, what is going on? And when I saw it yesterday, someone on Twitter posted and they're like, there's like so much going on here. So you got the little kid sitting there attacking his mama, and then in the background, Mike Tyndall's under attack. You know what I think would help? I'm going to tell you what I think would help. Um, this is a little out of order, but whatever they gave her to calm her down, well, wait a minute. Whatever they gave her to lift her up, they need to help bring those kids down a peg or two. So, oh man. Yeah, because whatever they gave the queen to help her with her pain and discomfort, they gave her something that made her go wee like she was hands free on the bicycle. They gave her something good. And whatever it was they gave her to elevate her spirits, I promise you, they probably had to hold on to her ankles so she wouldn't float out of the car window, right? They had to hold her ankles so she wouldn't just sail away, cause grandma ain't feeling no pain right now. Uh, I could believe I could fly. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not able to. I never downloaded it. I yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't download the video, so I couldn't even share it if I wanted to. I would have had to have done that earlier. But I only mentioned it because I was scrolling through just now and I saw it, and I'm just like, yes, that was strange. But yeah, a few squatties have shared it, and maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I got to see how I feel about that one. Um, okay, so all right, let me get back in order. I kind of skipped a few things for that, but the shade continues. So that happened. Sharon Marcia Lawrence Hunter says, yes, I see. If you told Lewis I got my eye on you, but yet when Meghan was telling the children to be quiet, but putting her finger over her lips, be quiet, in a playful way, the UK press um, she was mean. Well, yeah, because they have to have some negative narrative about her at all time. Never mind that the kids were smiling with delight to be in the company of Auntie Megan. They enjoyed her company. They didn't seem to shy away from her, and they also seemed better behaved than the child sitting there biting and licking her father on a global stage. I mean, I saw that. I'm just like, what? And I think I only just saw it last night. I only saw it last night for the first time, and then I just went by it today. Okay, million. Oh, guys, we got to hurry up and get out of here. It's almost been an hour and a half. I mean, almost 2 hours. Megan was impolite to silent the children, whereas the child who silenced his mother is cute. Exactly. Exactly. So she was impolite to silence the children during a display of horsemanship and all that dedication to the colors, at a time when they needed to behave. But at a concert, when they're doing their thing with other kids to play with and such, instead of doing that, he decided to go in on his mama. I mean, there's something going on there. Okay. So, the tabloids continue to target the Duchess of Sussex. Harry is going to make sure that they are not making any money from them in any way if he can. They both are trying to avoid the tabloids making money. They were successful. The children were not seen. They didn't get the copy that they wanted. And literally walking through a church and sitting down was enough to upstage the queen, according to them, by wearing a very muted color palette and all that. Still, the Duchess of Sussex allegedly stole the show just by being the Duchess of Sussex. Okay, so I was hoping that part of the lineup for the Jubilee concerts would have included the Spice Girls because rumor has it they were going to introduce a new member to the group, Old Spice. but that didn't happen. We didn't have a chance to see Scary and Posh and all that with the other member of the group, Old Spice. So that was a missed opportunity. If anything would have helped to warm people up to the future queen consort, would have been an appearance by Old Spice. So that was a missed opportunity. Again, the Spice Girls, as far as I know, were not present. And of course, Old Spice was not present. So what happened? Oh man. Spice Girls featuring Old Spice. Also, I'm rather disappointed because I was sure that as a finale for the Jubilee, that the Queen, who was recently cosplaying Charlton Heston, may have gone down to the River Thames and parted the River Thames herself, but that didn't happen either. So I have to say I was rather disappointed by that. So, well, uh, if for any reason she makes it to 106, there is still an opportunity that the Queen can go down to the River Thames and part of the river, as Charlton Heston was able to do in that major motion picture, The Ten Commandments. But yeah, thy rod, thy staff. Oh man. Anyway. Oh wee. All right, you guys. Let me take a look at a few of your comments. But thank you for coming back, one and all. Let's give some love to our faves, our queen of everything, Queen Doria, and of course, our Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana. Thank you, moderators, for being extraordinary as per usual. And thank you all for helping me to take Royal Sussex to a place where I couldn't conceive of a year ago. But yet, here we are, 15,000 subscribers in less than, well, it's been about 13 months now, 14 months since I finally sat down and committed to uh, make this channel possible. And here we are. So thank you so much. Very, very important to not just Royal Sussex, but to all of the Sussex friendly platforms, because some of you all have, okay, I think I'll leave it there. Some of you all have divided your time with other channels. And again, that is greatly appreciated. And yeah, so there's that. And let's see what else. Um, oh, thank you, Church Nelly. Smooches to you too. All right, so you guys can start bailing out. You know what's coming next. Ginger Avenger. Sorry about the thing with the internet. That let me see. Sherry and Shade. Swanky Sussexes. Ooh, I bet you that's good. Let me see what she got. Oh, Sherry and Shade is coming on, you guys. If you want to go check her out. Sherry and Shade. Let me see. I really like her. I'm gonna put her link up here. Uh, but yeah, she's really good. I love her. Love, love, love Sharon Shade. So let me put her link up here. Um Now can I pin? Oh, I can pin on this screen. Oh no, that puts I was about to put myself in timeout. I was about to put myself in timeout. I think the cable company managed to do that for me. So let me see if I can I do that? Where's my comment? Okay. Let me try to do that. And then we're gonna ginger avenge. But yeah, she's a very, very sweet lady. And I think that she has like such a media presence. I'm like in awe of her. Okay. Did that work? Do y'all see it? Wait, did that work? Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, guys. And um, remember to support these other platforms. Yes, that's it. That's the link that's up there now. I didn't put Sherry and Sade, but that's the link up there now. Okay. Okay. And let me see who else is coming on today. Huh. Okay, so that's the only thing that I see that's coming. All right, you guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for all the support and everything. Please share this channel. Don't forget. Oh, you like her too? Yeah, I love her. I love her. Let me see. I was trying to highlight that. There we are. Yeah, she's great. She's absolutely great. Let me see. And she does like more detail about Meghan's fashions and stuff like that, which I think is so important because she does an amazing job of explaining it, and I really really like that. Oh, Cypher, that's really nice. That's really nice. Mods, the Cypher says thank you. B10 Pow! Hi, B10 Pow. I'm glad you're here. All right. Okay. Yeah, all right, good. I'm so glad, Teresa. I'm glad. Okay, let me stop stalling because I went 2 minutes past what I wanted to. And last word of the day. Last word of the day. Let me see. Next question. If you live over 6,000 miles away, not thinking about Shutter Island, how can you upstage the Unroyals? Annie Bullard, that is an amazing question. All they have to do is go to the grocery store, one trip to the Piggly Wiggly, and the haters have a meltdown. Oh, thank you, B10 Power, for the super sticker. And thank you for being a member. And thank you ever so much for watching Royal Sussex. B10, I don't know if you were on, but Royal Sussex is now over 15,000 subscribers as of the wee hours of this morning when I was staying up watching the pot boil. Oh, let me see what it is right now. 15,057. Shut the front door. 15,057. Okay, gotta go. You guys go watch Sharon. I'm gonna be 10 Pow, and I'm gonna be 10 Pow. I'm gonna change your picture. I told you I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna be 10 Pow. Oh man. Okay. You know it's time to go when you say I'm about to be 10 Pow. Oh man. I'm about to ginger avenger. That's what I meant to say. Oh Lord, I gotta go, y'all. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, as we started, so shall we end this. 15,058 subscribers now. Isn't that something? I turned my head. It went from 57 to 58. Oh, man, I am humbled. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your support and contributions to this channel. Verbal contributions, whatever. It's all been a blast, and I thank you. Let me see. Oh, man. All right. Okay. You got to go, you guys. Love you. Oh, wait. Who had the last word of the day? Who had the last word of the day? Okay. Anybody? Last word of the day? Who had the last word of the day? Nobody. Let me see. I'm looking. Last word of the day. Didn't say anything. Okay. Last word of the day. Okay. All right. I like that one. Whoop, whoop. Road to 20,000. Here we go. All right. I love that. Thank you so much. Oh, I had the last word. Thank you, Lydia. All right. That sounds good. All right. Got to go, y'all. I got to be 10 pounds.